Hi everybody, in this word focus video, we're going to practice using the verb hablar. The verb hablar means to speak. Let's have a look at the conjugation in the present tense, which is our focus when we're just starting out. Let's conjugate. The first person singular, yo hablo. You will see that it is the only conjugation that ends with O. So you can even drop the pronoun yo and just say hablo. So you can say yo hablo, I speak, or simply hablo, which also means I speak. And the same goes for the other conjugations. Let's continue. You in the familiar form would be tú hablas. He, she, or formal you would be habla. So if you're saying that he speaks, you say él habla. She speaks, ella habla. And you in the polite form would be usted habla. Now let's look at the plural forms, starting with first person plural. This is the other one that we focus on. Nosotros. Nosotros. We. Nosotros hablamos. We speak. They speak depends on the gender of the they that we're talking about. If it's a group that's all masculine, such as a group of all boys, it would be ellos hablan. If it's also a mixed group of, for example, boys and girls, you will say also the masculine form, ellos hablan. If it's a group of all feminine characters, then it would be ellas hablan. And finally, if you're saying you in the plural form, it would be ustedes hablan. So running through quickly without the pronouns, we're talking about hablo, hablas, habla, hablamos, and hablan. This is a regular conjugation of the AR verbs. Remember, as we said in the previous video, there is no such thing as it in Spanish because all objects are either masculine or feminine. If this is a new concept for you, go ahead and look at the previous video in this playlist. As we said in previous videos in the same playlist, we're focusing on first person singular, yo, as well as first person plural, nosotros. Why is that? Because when we're beginning to use language for communication, we tend to start speaking on our own behalf. So we're going to emphasize yo hablo. If you're with a group of other people, then you may want to add the memorization of first person plural. In this case, would be nosotros hablamos. We speak. Now let's look at some practical questions and responses that you would use. You would say using the verb hablar, to speak. Someone may ask you, ¿habla español? Habla español, they're asking you in the polite form. So they could also say, ¿habla usted español? But it's already implied because we're using the termination a, which is habla. So it can be ¿habla usted español? Or simply ¿habla español? Now, what would be your response if someone asks you if you speak Spanish? You could say, Sí, hablo. Sí, hablo español. You're confirming or affirming that yes, indeed, you do speak Spanish. What if you want to say that you don't speak Spanish? You would use the negative form. No hablo español. No hablo español. If you're speaking on behalf of other people, you would say, no hablamos español. No hablamos español. Remember, hablamos goes directly with nosotros. You could say, nosotros no hablamos español. But to make it easier, drop the pronoun and say, no hablamos español. What if you want to say that you speak a little Spanish? You could say, hablo un poco de español. Hablo un poco de español. In this case, un poco means a little. In Spanish, particularly Mexican Spanish, there is a lot of use of diminutives. So you may hear the un poco in the form of un poquito. Hablo un poquito de español. Or, more concisely in response, hablo un poquito. Hablo un poquito. You could also say, hablo muy poco. Hablo muy poco. You're saying, I speak very little. So it depends on your confidence level on what you want to say, but if you have an opportunity to practice another language, I say go for it. Another thing you could say is, I only speak English. Hablo solo inglés. Hablo solo inglés. You may want to apologize if you want, and you can say, hablo solo inglés, disculpe. Remember in a previous video on good manners, disculpe, asking for forgiveness, in this case, for a little bit of temporary ignorance. Let's continue practicing. What if you want to say, she speaks German? You would say, ella habla alemán. Ella habla alemán. If she's with you, you could even drop the ella and say, habla alemán. What if you want to say, we speak French? You would say, nosotros hablamos francés. Nosotros hablamos francés. Again, you could drop the nosotros and say, hablamos francés. Hablamos francés. What if someone is speaking Spanish to you rather quickly and you'd like them to slow down? You could say, habla lentamente, por favor. Habla lentamente, por favor. You could also say, habla despacio, por favor. Habla despacio, por favor. Habla más lento, por favor. Habla más lento, por favor. Please speak more slowly. If you want to make the comment that the person is speaking quickly, you could say, usted habla rápido. Usted habla rápido. Or you could drop the usted and say, habla rápido el español. Habla rápido el español. Or the most concise, habla rápido. Habla rápido. What if you want to say that another person, a male, speaks very quickly? Él habla muy rápido. Él habla muy rápido. And finally, let's end with a question. How do you ask someone if they speak Maya? Where I live, many people speak the indigenous language, Maya. Isn't that awesome? You would ask, ¿Usted habla Maya? ¿Usted habla maya? And if the answer is yes, you may get the opportunity to learn a few more words in another language, and that would be wonderful. Language connects us all. And if we keep practicing little by little, we'll find out that practice makes permanent. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give it a like, and drop a comment down below. If you'd like some help with some other areas of Spanish, feel free to let me know as well. I hope this video helped you, and please stay tuned for more videos in this series of Verb Focus. Bye now y bendiciones.